This one thing is going to help you become extremely magnetic to everyone and everything that you want to manifest. But before I get into it, my name is Hannah Love. I'm a manifestation expert. I make manifesting simple because it is simple. I am here to help you get what you want in life because that's why you came to this planet, to get what you want. So anyways, what you're going to do is become the version of you who is so freaking unbothered by what's going on in the outside world, or what happened in the past, or your worries, your fears, your anxieties, your doubts. You're going to become so unbothered that you are literally unfuckwittable. Okay, but how do you actually do this, especially if you get really anxious about your desires, or you're like, where is it? When is it going to happen? Will it manifest? Right? Or maybe you experience a lot of doubt. There's a couple ways that you can do this. Number one is an affirmation that I'm going to share with you that you can robotically affirm to yourself. Now, if you want more information about robotic affirming and how powerful it is, like my last video or so, I just posted about it. So you can go watch that. But first, before you do that, and that affirmation is, I never get triggered because everything goes my way. I never get triggered because everything goes my way. And you can even throw in there, I am so unbothered. I am so unbothered, and I never get triggered because everything always, underline always, goes my way. And whenever you feel triggered, whenever you start to feel bothered by your 3D, or maybe like you're trying to manifest something, let's say you're trying to manifest your SP and they're doing things that you don't like, or maybe you're trying to manifest like a potential job position and they're taking forever to respond to you, or maybe you've been really trying to hit a certain amount of followers on your personal brand or with your social media and it hasn't hit yet, and you're starting to get anxiety about it, you're starting to spiral about it. You want to immediately revert back to that affirmation and robotically affirm it to yourself. Now, another thing that you can do on top of that, especially if you're like, Hannah, I just can't break out of this like anxious cycle. Okay, I can feel it in my heart, I can feel it in my body. How do I get rid of this feeling? It's not so much about you getting rid of the feeling of anxiousness. It's about you changing the story of, instead of telling yourself you have anxiety or you're anxious, you're going to say to yourself, I am so excited. I am so excited because I am the version of me who always gets what they want and where everything always works out for them, because that is just who I am. And you want to pair that with nervous system regulation, right? So you're doing the revision, you're telling yourself this new story, you're robotically affirming that new affirmation, or an affirmation that just works for you. It doesn't necessarily have to be that one or any of those affirmations, just whatever you feel like is going to help you become unbothered. You want to practice nervous system regulation. So that looks like you tapping, you doing breath work, you going on walks, whatever you feel like helps you move the energy from wherever it is in your body, because you're feeling anxious, it's probably in your chest, it's probably in your stomach, maybe you get headaches from it. So whatever you feel like is going to help you move that energy and shift that energy, that's going to help you get back into a state of feeling calm and confident and in the knowing, always get what you want. That everything goes your way because that is who you are. So you literally have nothing to be bothered about. You have nothing to be triggered about. And this is so powerful because when you become unbothered, you become in command of your reality. You start becoming a conscious creator rather than a reactor, like, oh my God, why is this happening? Oh my God, why is that happening? And then all you're doing is creating more chaos in your life, or you're just repeating past patterns, right? And you don't want to do that. You want to get what you want. You don't want to repeat more of the past and experience more of the same. You want to experience what you have been trying to create for yourself. Like a perfect example of this, let's say you've been at a party before, or maybe you were just like out with some girlfriends and a guy came up to you and he was just like obsessing over you, flirting with you, and you're like, I am just not into you, dude. Like, please go away. Stop bothering me. Stop talking to me, right? And then he just became more obsessed with you. That's because you were in a state of being unbothered. You're like, I don't care about this dude. Who is this? This does not even matter to me. Is if you really, really like someone, you can get in the habit of you actually obsessing over them, you constantly thinking about them, and that energetically starts to feel like you're pushing them away because you're putting all your focus on them. But what you want to do, you want to become so obsessed with yourself and your own life and who you are and fall in love with you, and then becoming so unbothered by the 3D because you always get what you want. Everything always goes your way. So there's literally nothing to worry about because you're the one creating it. You're creating the relationships, the career, the business, the success, the health, all of it. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Let me know in the comments below. Like and follow for more.